teachers, like Miss Scott, constantly try to teach students the use of proper English.
However, as two students show, Bob and Susie, it can be difficult sometimes.
They doesn't speak good English by Don Lowry.
No. Come in. Oh, Bob, Susie, please have a seat. I called you in here today because we really need to talk about your grades.
Oh boy.
Well, Miss Scott, you know what they say, nice guys finish last. So I guess me and Bob are nice guys.
It's Bob and I.
Okay, Miss Scott, you're a nice guy too, despite what everyone says.
I'll ignore that. Let's examine the etymology of the word nice, and then you'll understand why nice guys can't finish last.
Who's that or what's her name?
Don't ask me, I've never heard of her. Maybe she's a new girl.
Etymology is not a girl.
There's a guy named Etta. That's really weird.
Maybe his parents wanted a girl, so they gave him a girl's name.
Some parents are really cool. Anyone with the last name Etymology, that's the ultra bizarre.
Wait, you two are driving me to distraction.
I'd like to drive you there, Miss Scott, but my car's in the shop.
Car? If distraction isn't too far away.
Distraction is not a girl. I mean, Etta is a city. No, Etta is a boy. Drive me to etymology. No, I mean... Bob, Susie?
Yes?
Etymology means the origin of words. Nice is a Middle English word meaning simple, foolish, and ignorant. So, from an etymological standpoint only, nice guys are stupid guys, and they do finish last.
I've always said you're a nice girl, Susie.
Oh, goodness, you are, Bob.
You're just being modest.
Both of you, be quiet. Now, we're going to go over some of the questions you missed on your last test. Question number 8. You both said it was correct to tell a dog to lay down. Do you still believe that this is the correct answer?
I guess it depends.
Depends on what?
Well, you don't want to tell a strange dog to lay down because he might bite you.
I have a dog so smart, he knows how to read. One day he saw a sign that said wet paint, and he did.
That's funny.
I see nothing amusing about that.
My dog wets the paint?
That is vulgar!
I think that's it. You gotta see what he does to trees.
Enough! I'm going to tell you why it is impossible for a dog, a human, or any animal for that matter to lay down. Lay is the past tense of lie, but in this context, it means to produce and deposit eggs, as for example, a chicken lays eggs. Furthermore, down also in this context means soft and fluffy feathers. So, when you are telling a dog to lay down, you are telling him to give birth to feathers.
Miss Scott, as smart as my dog is, he can't give birth to feathers. That's dumb. You're wrong about that.
I think someone is putting you on this, Scott. Me and Susie are here to straighten you out.
I never said that a dog can give birth to a chicken, that a chicken lays down, that a dog has feathers. Bob, Susie, will you two do me a favor?
Sure.
Please go play in traffic while I have a nervous breakdown.
We'd rather stay and watch you if you don't mind.
I've never seen a nervous breakdown before. It sounds like fun.
Okay. I'm going to try very hard to retain my sanity just a little longer. Please, don't upset me again. Question 16. Susie, if the phone rings at your house and the caller asks to speak to you, what do you say?
It depends. Is it a boy or is it a man?
It really doesn't matter.
Sure it does. My mom won't let me go with anyone over 17.
And it's a boy.
Is he cool looking too?
An average-looking boy.
Bummer. I pretend not to answer the phone.
If I called you, would you talk to me?
In your dreams.
Hey, did I tell you my folks got me a convertible and they have my allowance to $20 a week?
A new car?
Sure.
20 cents or $20?
$5, baby.
You can call me tonight.
Can we please get back to question 16? Susie, if the phone rings at your house and the caller asks to speak to you, what do you say?
I know.
All right, Bob. What would you say?
I'd say Susie don't live here. twice. But okay, I'll never say don't again.
She should say doesn't never say don't. That would have been more correct. Maybe you should drink lots of water.
That's what you do for a fever. For a headache, you ought to breathe into a brown paper bag. If she doesn't get over your headache that way, you ought to hang upside down for 4 days.
Maybe she should take a laxative.
Or take a bath in hot coffee with lots of ketchup.
I do not have a paper bag. I will not drink water hanging upside down. I don't put a laxative in my coffee. I have a fever! Bob, Susie.
Yes.
Bob, phone rings at your house. The caller asks to speak to you. What do you say?
I'd say, who are you and what do you want?
Well, that's rude. You should say, it is he to whom you were speaking.
You're kidding.
I never kid.
If I said that, everyone would laugh at me.
Everyone already laughs at you.
Oh, look who's talking.
What do you mean by that?
Like the time you barked all over Clay Thomas?
He's a kid. He made me sick.
You're a pretty girl, but you sure doesn't got pretty vomit.
I should have become a librarian like my father wanted me to.
You alright, Miss Scott?
No, I am not alright. Tell me something. Why don't you two want to learn to speak correct English?
It's like this. If we talk good English, our friends will say we are really square and that we're better than they are.
Yeah, they'll think we're stuck up.
True friends should bring you up, not drag you down. Perhaps you two should get better friends.
Hey, my friends doesn't got no trouble understanding what I said. If I said I ain't got no money, they know what I mean. But if I said, terribly sorry, chaps, but I seem to be without funds at this time, I mean like I was a real doofus. I was kicked out of the AOGWHSAT,
And what's that?
the Association of Guys Who Hate School and Teachers.
Yeah, and if I tell a guy to get out of my face, crumb bum, he's better looking split. But if I say to your fellow, will you please find someone else to annoy with your stupidity and ugly face?
Speaking incorrect English will become a bad habit. When you go to apply for a job, no one will hire you.
No problem. When I see a guy about a job, I'll say, I ain't got much book learning, but I'll work my butt off for you. He'll say, you're hired.
Yeah, and I'll just marry a rich dude. You won't care if I speak good English or not, because I'm pretty.
She doesn't have to worry about us now, Miss Scott.
My headache is suddenly getting worse. So when do I cry?
Are you having trouble with your boyfriend?
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh, do you feel like crying?
I can hook you up with a guy I know. He's much younger than you. He's 55, but he gotta get
You would think a man who is 55 is much younger than I am? I'll have you know I'm just 27.
If you say so.
Okay, now I'm having a nervous breakdown. I have a headache, I feel like crying, and I feel very frustrated!
Susie, I think our work here is done.
Before you two do me the huge favor of leaving, I want to tell you why you must learn to speak correct English. You won't be able to get a good job unless you learn to use good grammar. People judge you by the way you talk, and if you only use bad English, people will think you are stupid and uneducated hillbillies.
Bob, I think you just made fun of my dad.
People will make fun of you. So for your own self-respect, you must learn to speak correctly. You won't be able to go to college, and you'll be stuck in low-paying jobs for the rest of your lives. In addition, teachers need the help of parents to teach their children correct English. Since you two can't help your children, even your children will grow up to be bums and losers.
I don't want my kid to be no loser.
Neither does I. No kid of mine is gonna be a bum.
Then you must learn to speak correctly.
Learn good English or always be poor and have no kids. It's a very tough decision.
You at least think about it.
Miss Scott, your reasonings for speaking good English are very logical. From this day forth, Bob and I will speak correct English.
You've convinced us that we must forever forsake crude and improper grammar.
That's wonderful.
Sorry for giving you a hard time, Miss Scott. I had to. I'm a member of the STDTC.
And what's that?
Students devoted to driving their teachers crazy.
And I'll drop out of the SOTWBATSBLITRUTT.
What's that?
Society of Teachers who believe all teenagers should be locked in their room until they're 21.
Well, I'm going to start a new club. SGASGWSCE.
What club's that?
Smart guys and smart girls who speak correct English.
I'll join that club if I don't have to pay no dues.